So the Minister for Roads and Ports, and in this particular, make-up, motorcycle transport and safety, the Honourable Tim Pulse.
So today at the launch of the Victorian Government's Road Safety and Transport Strategic Action Plan for powered two-wheelers 2009 to 2013. Powered two-wheelers of course include motorcycles and scooters, and they're a growing part of our transport network. Since 2002, we've seen a 41% growth in the number of powered two-wheelers, motorcycles registered in Victoria. Quite an enormous growth. However, motorcycle riders and pillion passengers remain, some of them, so it's vital that we implement a system that continues to make it safer for motorcyclists and for scooter riders to use the road network. We also need to better understand their role in the transport system, and that's why we're making an investment in ensuring that not only do we appreciate the specific safety needs that need to be addressed, but we'll be putting in place a lot more research to be able to advise us about those circumstances and how best government and the community can intervene to assist. One of the things, key achievements under the last strategy include the Victorian Motorcycle Black Spots program. Now, this is essentially a program that's been made possible by the motorcycle levy. I know it's been an issue of some controversy amongst motorcyclists. Currently it's at about $60.50 a year in terms of registration, but it has a very tangible difference. It makes a very tangible difference in terms of the situation and circumstances of motorcyclists. It allows us to identify those areas that require direct attention, and importantly it gives us the capacity to look at areas where we need to engage with the motorcycle community about the way that they interact with the road and how the road itself should be adjusted and roadside furniture should be adjusted. So the program led to a 24%. We need to ensure also that transport and safety needs of powered two-wheelers are considered in our transport and planning policies. We need new plans to take an integrated approach to both road safety and transport needs of powered two-wheelers. The new plan will focus on 4 actions. So the first of which is to increase our knowledge and our understanding of powered two-wheelers, their riders and the crashes that they're involved in. It'll involve looking at current data on riders, and we'll also look at crashes, travel arrangements, and develop a coordinated approach on our research projects. The second area that we'll look at is on powered two-wheelers in the transport network, recognising that they are an important part of the transport task. So we'll be promoting across all levels of government the need to recognise powered two-wheelers both in transport policy development and in planning. So effectively for the first time recognising as a subgroup of other road users, this is a group that requires particular attention and has to be taken into account when we design our road use strategies. We'll be conducting safety research into transport impacts of road space management issues to identify possible initiatives for trialling, and we'll be encouraging the adoption of powered two-wheeler friendly engineering products and practices and continuing to implement the Victorian Motorcycle Black Spot program. The third area of focus is improving rider and pillion passenger safety. We need to ensure that riders and drivers are equipped with the required skills, knowledge and driver awareness to ride safely. Public education and enforcement are major activities that can improve rider safety. Continued delivery of the Transport Accidents Commission's public education campaigns, as well as our recently launched community policing and education programs, are key actions that will continue under this plan. So we'll also be discussing with industry and other state and territory authorities the best way to identify motorcycles and scooters involved in illegal and high-risk activities such as speeding. Frontal identification is not a satisfactory solution, however alternative solutions will be explored further. And finally, we will be encouraging the greater use of safer motorcycle equipment and protective clothing by riders. Key actions in this area will involve that we are looking at, but also a recognition, and here's a plug, that the motorcycle levy actually plays a very real part in giving representatives of motorcycle groups a voice that is heard around the table in government. Today, of course, I'll be announcing a further $6.3 billion, which will be allocated from the motorcycle levy to the Black Spots program. Once again, looking at areas of industry or what's safe for riders, we actually want to listen to riders and rider representatives, and we want to make the investment where it best matters, where it can count. And the reason we think that that's the best way to go is that the proof of the pudding's in the eating in many respects. We can now see the tangible results that are being delivered from an integrated approach towards safety management. Not just roadside treatment, how we can ensure that the systems that we put in place best serve the needs of all road users, and of course the most vulnerable road users, motorcyclists, scooter users. So we do need to recognise that they have a very legitimate right to use our road, but they are an area where we have to apply ourselves diligently, because if the education campaign that we put out doesn't work, if it's not resonating with that community, if we are not seen as legitimately being concerned about their welfare, as opposed to essentially trying to impose upon this industry and these road users best practice strategies, then it'll all be for nothing. A plan without commitment is nothing. And that's not so much in this state, but elsewhere, where governments have tended to talk down to road users as if they participate in a practice that is some way inappropriate. It is not. Motorcycling is a legitimate form of transport. It needs due recognition from government. I hope this strategy does that and does so much more, because what I'm looking for is a partnership with powered two-wheel operators, motorcycle riders, scooter operators, because we do need to change not just the hardware of our roads, we need to change the attitude, not just of motorcycle and powered two-wheel operators, but all road users to each other. The whole idea of sharing the road starts with sharing, and it starts with a level of generosity and tolerance that I think increasingly we are going to have to come to accept as part and parcel of the process of road use. So I commend the strategy. I am very proud to announce and to launch today Victoria's Road Safety and Transport Strategic Action Plan for Powered Two-Wheelers 2009-2013, and my greatest hope is that this will translate, as the previous one did, into saving lives and in making people's use of our roads much more enjoyable, much safer, and ultimately much more efficient for all of us. I wish you and this strategy all the best. Thank you.